forget your spiritual disciplines. If you want to come to that point where you hear God in a very fluid form, first of all, pray for 10 hours in tongues. After 2 weeks, pray for another 10 hours. After another 2 weeks, pray for 10 hours. After another 2 weeks, pray for 10 hours. Do that for 4 months. Your spirit will open. Then your receptacle will become functional. Perception will begin. It will begin on various fronts, on various levels. And I don't have time for that. But if you know that your life depends on your ability to perceive God, you will know that one of the most vital places that you need to find yourself, situate yourself, is your God zone. And unfortunately for Elijah, he began to remember his strength after he became a star. He had come to limelight. But you see that he lacked the capacity. The capacity. He had desire to be a national prophet. Someone that will stand. And if he said, thus hear the Lord, the entire nation will hear him. And I've seen that ministers in South Africa, you like the title prophet so much. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. If I take you further from intercession, when you start laboring as an intercessor, that's the first level. Every believer is called into that level. If you are faithful in intercession, God will now promote you and make you a custodian. A custodian is someone like Simeon in the book of Luke chapter 2. Simeon that came into the temple for Jesus' dedication, and he did not come because he was invited. There was no Facebook advert. There was no WhatsApp advert. The Bible said that he came into the temple by the Spirit. The moment he came, there were utterances that he began to release. He said, lettest thou thy servant depart in peace according to thy word. For mine eyes have seen the salvation which thou hast prepared before the face of all people, a light to lighten the Gentiles. As long as those secrets were in his spirit, death could not take it. His mates had died, his colleagues had died, his classmates had died, and death left him. He prayed to die. Even death was afraid of his frame. The moment he saw Jesus, he said, okay, let us thou thy servant depart. Because custodians are witnesses. The secrets that they have is the reason for their longevity. It's not as if they go to the gym. Somebody thinks it's because he will live long because he's doing like this in the gym. Don't get me wrong, I have treadmill in my house. I do all those things. But you know what? If there's no secret, you have not been intimate with God enough for you to have a secret from him living in your soul. It means you are not in the future. When we go to the serious matters of the kingdom, you will find out that it's not for boys, not for people that make noise. There is a depth that it goes with. That's when we know people that know God and people that like to talk. As we move towards this age, ministry is going to be more and more dangerous. Listen to me, from next year, you begin to see the number of preachers that will begin to die. From next year. Because the cosmic war is going to become more real. And like Jannes and Jambres withstood Moses, that's how the truth will be withstood. It will be a game of the supernatural. So Jezebel knew exactly what was going on. Elijah's dream had come to pass. He had made it to the place of a national prophet, but he didn't have the capacity to sustain it. The reason was because his God zone was vacant. He left that place where he met his beloved. Do you still know the courtesies of the inner chamber? How to invite God into your room? Do you still, were you discipled? Were you trained to know that? Because we see so much of noise today in the name of ministry and there's no God in it.